A lap with Randy. Are you going to be all right?
Well, you know, the executive producer keeps asking me to do these silly things, and for some reason or other, I keep saying yes. But as Clint Eastwood says, a man's got to know his limitations, and courtesy of this bloke, I think I'm about to find mine.
Good luck.
It should be fun.
You okay?
Yep. Away we go. Off the top of Gardner Straight. And in the Doohan corner at turn 1. The ripple strip flashes by. We come tight. Hit the first apex here at Southern Loop. We run a little bit wide. I don't think I'm helping Randy too much. We come back out of the apex of Southern Loop, up through the gears, across the top of the rise, down towards turn 3. And the bike goes light. We come back to the apex, and then we jump on the picks here to Honda corner, and the bike wants to throw me across the top of Randy. It's unbelievable, the braking power on these things. We back the first gear, up towards Siberia. Thankfully it's not too cold today, but the pace is pretty hot. Around Siberia, out of there, up through the kink, towards the hay sheds. Up past the hay shed, up towards the top of Lukey Heights. Tip it in again. You can feel Randy just adjusting to the front end. Down towards MG, back the first gear, tip it in through there. The camber helps to get around it, and then we short shift up around turn 11. This is the pace of the track. There's something starting to watch during the race, because they come around here and the boys on race day have the back end sliding out. But we don't. We come around turn 12 and he puts the front wheel in the air. I can't believe the breeze. I had to stop talking for a second because the breeze just wanted to tear me off the back of the bike. And I was just hanging on as we go around Southern Loop again. I'm sure my heart rate's going through the roof. Up there to Southern Loop again. I can only imagine what this is like in the last couple of laps of a race. With it all on the line, and a Grand Prix victory up for grabs. And these blokes come down through here as I just headbutt Randy in the back of the helmet. I'm sorry, mate.
That's okay, buddy.
I gotcha. And let me tell you, I'm not joking when I say as we got into Honda corner there, I had to fight for all my might to stop this, the braking power of this thing throwing me over the front of Randy. I was hanging on like you would not believe. The ripple strip through turn 7 just flashes by, it's almost a blur. Up towards Lukey Heights. I don't know what the onboard shot looks like because my visor is just about fogged up. I'll tell you what, he's given me plenty getting into this second hairpin for the last time. Right up on the ripple strip. Short shift again into third. Around turn 11 for the last time. How these blokes do this for 30 laps in a race, I have absolutely no idea. He really punched it into turn 12. I think my extra weight would have put you a bit tight on the track now, Randy. Here we come. Down under the bridge again. Oh, that is unbelievable. I'm trying to hang on. Sorry, mate.
That's okay.
I'm all over you. Big TV. Oh. Well,
How was it? Randy look after you?
it's everything you can imagine and then some. It just gives you such an appreciation of what these guys go through out there in the race. To do that for 30 laps, I mean, I'm just hanging on and I'm in a lather of sweat. The visor's fogged up because I'm trying to talk and hang on at the same time. And let me tell you, at Honda corner the second time around, I really thought I was going to disappear over the top of Randy. I thought I was going to take him with me. Oh, sensational stuff. Thanks, mate. Terrific ride. Great fun.
Warren Smith taking a very close look at the Phillip Island track and doing a great job to describe that whole experience through a foggy helmet. Very nerve-wracking indeed. And Randy Mamola has been one of the riders ferrying lucky participants around the track over the past couple of days. And I believe that Kieran Perkins may well be going to experience something very similar. He's speaking now to Andy Raymond.
Cameron, that's the truth. Kieran Perkins standing here and the heart beating probably more so than it ever has. You're used to 1,500 metres. This is going to be 4.5 kilometres, probably something you've never experienced before.
Oh, certainly not like this. I ride a bike, so I've got around, but certainly nothing like what I expect this is going to be.
The heart pumping?
No, actually, I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Randy's just running past here now, and by the time I get to jump on, yes, I'll probably be well and truly freaking out. But right now, Larry.
And there goes Randy, burning the wheels up and monoing down the main straightaway.
I hope he gets that out of his system now.
I hope he does too. You walked up pit straight with Mick Dew and a guy who's done plenty of laps around here. What was the advice?
Not too much advice, actually. Just enjoy it. I think that I asked him which corner to enjoy the most, and he thought maybe coming around onto the straight or Lukey Heights. But I'm just going to have fun all around. I'll see if I can get my hand off and do a thumbs up on the straight down here. Don't like my chances because I'll probably fly off the back, but I'll give it a go anyway.
My only advice is hold on tight.
Oh, I'll certainly be doing that.
Have a good one, mate.
Thanks.
Well, Wayne, Randy Mamola, of course, has been earning whatever they're paying him, because it's not the most comfortable experience for the rider, because to have someone as big as Kieran Perkins or Warren Smith bashing his helmet into you at every braking point is uncomfortable for a start. But although they do have a brace the pillion has got a brace to keep some of the weight off the rider, it's still pretty heavy on his wrists.
Well, I think it Wazza explained it. It gives you some appreciation of the physical strength and fitness of these riders these days. And, you know, to sit and ride just 1 or 2 laps is very difficult. But to try and do a whole race of 20 or 30 laps or so around here, that's why fitness is very important in this sport. But, you know, these things are hard to hang on to. They are good fun. And, you know, I thought Wazza and even Kieran, I think they're brave men, because there's no way I would get on the back of Randy. I've raced him plenty and looked at him a few times, you know, over my shoulder, but certainly wouldn't want to get on the back of him.
Well, we know that Kieran Perkins has got phenomenal courage. A dual gold medalist at the Olympics over the 1,500 metres, and the way that he came back from the dead to win in Atlanta in particular was a moment that set him in Australian hearts and folklore for forever. As far as swimming is concerned, of course, a silver at the Sydney Games, and there must be something in the endurance swimmer's blood, because Grant Hackett also is very much a rev head.
Well, Kieran's a good friend of mine, and as I said, he's got plenty of heart. We all know that by his performances in the Olympics, and he does love a motorcycle. So, but as I said, I wouldn't get on the back of him. He's got more heart than me as far as this goes. But yeah, it's great. I mean, it's good to see him out there, and he's been in an F1 car in that dual seater, so now he's going on a Grand Prix bike. So I think you'll probably get more of an appreciation, obviously, of the speed and the acceleration of these bikes, and particularly the braking. I think that's what really impressed Wazza.
I hope we're not about to lose one of our historic treasures here, one of our sporting legends.
Champions, yeah.
He's certainly got a resting heartbeat when he's in competition of about 42, so we don't have a heart monitor on him, I guess, but it'd be nice to see what it's pumping at it about now.
Well, you can put a heart monitor on me, because I think my heart's going faster than probably his at the moment. He's a very cool and collected guy. But look, he's passionate about motorcycles, and that's where our friendship has started. And you know, he's got a Honda down here at the moment, and he's just having a great time. And the guys are an outstanding legend, really, in my eyes. I mean, he's my hero, Kieran. It's good to see him out there.
With the extra drag and weight, I'm guessing Kieran weighs about 85 kilos at this point of his career.
That's about right, yeah.
What would that do to slow the performance of this bike?
Well, it's probably going to knock, in lap time, I suppose, around about probably 2 or 3 seconds off around there. You know, Randy's obviously riding with a great deal of safety, but just the weight on the back of the bike, I mean, 80 or say even 90 kilos with all the leathers and the helmet, it does slow the motorcycle down, you know, probably 2 or 3 seconds around there. But Randy's also not going to go out there and break his neck and also break Kieran's neck. So there's a great deal of safety built into this. It's a lot of fun. It's obviously good TV and it gives guys a chance, but he's obviously got to be careful.
All right, well, it was at this track this time 2 years ago that we had the great pleasure of watching Mick Doohan win an Australian Grand Prix, and he is now speaking with Andy Raines.
He mightn't have the helmet or the bike at the moment, but there's still plenty to do for Mick Doohan. He's just signed about 1,000 autographs in the last 10 minutes, and you're a late call-up for Team Perkins. What advice did you give Kieran on the way up?
No, just to fire him up a little bit and told him that Randy's only lost one so far, so basically just see how nervous he got. No, he's handling it quite well. Here he comes now. He did get a hand off, or tried to, but...
Of all people, letting him ride with Randy Mamola.
Yeah, no, Randy's taking it very easy, so no, it's a blast. I think Kieran apparently has a motorcycle himself, so I think to hop on the back of somebody like Randy, the guy's won 13 Grand Prix, quite an experienced rider, I think it'll be a lot of fun for him.
You enjoying your weekend so far?
It's been fantastic. At least the sun's come out now, and hopefully it'll encourage a few more people to get down here.
Have a good one, Mick.
Thank you.
Mick Doohan, and no one knows this track better than him or what these motorcycles are capable of. And everyone's saying that Randy's taking it pretty easy on Kieran Perkins, but it would still be a massive thrill, because this takes anyone who rides a motorcycle for pleasure, takes them right out of their comfort zone.
Well, it takes them to the limit. It takes them to, it's the Formula One of motorcycles, and it's the ultimate speed, it's the ultimate acceleration, and it's the ultimate grip in corners with these slicks these days. So, it's given Kieran a good insight into what Grand Prix racing's about. I'm sure he'll still want to stick to swimming, but it's a great opportunity for him to go for a lap around there with a very experienced guy.
What was it that got you onto your first bike? What was the thing that thrilled you about this type of speed?
Well, when I first tried road racing, I come from a dirt track background, and I had a 125 80s and 125s, and obviously mini bike racing and so on. But the day I did try a 125 TZ Yamaha, I remember coming onto the main straight Oran Park, and the acceleration, even though I was only 250, the acceleration just pushed me back in the seat, and I just went, my God, how good is this? And to this day, I've never ever forgotten that. And of course, that was only a 250, so you imagine what a 500's like.
Yes, well, I can only imagine what a 500's like. I like to tool around on a sports bike, but it's nothing like this. And the feeling of the extra braking and cornering capacity and acceleration, of course, must be just phenomenal. And Andy will try and grab a words with, I guess, a shaken world champion.
He's got a smile from ear to ear, and Randy's also laughing. Kieran, how was it?
That was incredible. That was incredible. I tell you what, I won't be becoming a motorbike racer in the near future.
You were nice and relaxed before. At any nervous moments?
The only real problem was that coming into both the hairpins, he's braking so hard, I was so hard to keep my weight down. I'm just like shooting over the top of him.
You do know Mamola's crazy, don't you?
Well,
Awesome.
good.
That was great.
The first time in the Honda corner, you kind of come over my shoulder.
Oh.
And so I let you get settled back in your seat. And then, of course, I took the second lap just a little bit smoother going in there. But I wanted to give you the effect of what it was like. Of course, you've been in the Formula One car, and now to be on the bike. What do you think?
That was better.
Yeah,
that
for
was
sure.
better. Mate, it was better. Like going into both the slow ones, when you're braking really hard, I had so much trouble keeping my weight down on the bike.
For sure.
My feet are lifting off, I mean, when you did the stoppie then, the leg just gone. I couldn't hold it. Oh, that was great.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, mate.
I was a little bit nervous because there was a lot of birds around. And the warm-up lap, I almost hit
Didn't
two.
notice them.
But listen, for such a big guy and weight-wise and so on and so forth, you were a great passenger. Really easy to ride.
Oh, mate, that was fabulous. That was great. I loved it.
Good.
Randy, was there any screams halfway through?
I couldn't hear. I had my earplugs in. I always put my earplugs in so I can't
That's
hear
good
my
he had the
passengers.
earplugs in.
We're glad you both enjoyed it. Well done, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.